Hey guys, Switch Whispers here, and we're just back with another. We're looking at an Xbox Series X. We're doing an HDMI replacement. My colleague left this. There we go. Got this big cable out of here. Good to go. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we were able to see physical damage inside. I don't know if I can show you guys. Yeah, we're not going to bother showing you guys. Basically, it's physically damaged. Part of the connector is destroyed. So we're just going to swap it out real quick. Start with some flux. And get some hot air in the area. Now these guys I like to crank it up a little bit. Make sure my air is at least 100, maybe 110 is good, and do my temps up to about 460, 470 is good. So now I'm just gonna get some heat going. Oops. And that's gonna help my low melt flow down the side holes there through the vias. It's a little bit smoky with these guys. I mean, it looks like things are already flowing. So I guess I was using my hot tweezers there last time. Okay. Didn't have any low melt on, so let's grab some. And these sticks of low melt, I actually get them right off Amazon. SRA Fast Chip. If you just search Fast Chip, you should be able to find some of this stuff. Might need more flux now that we've done the heat. Yeah, ran the heat, but it just destroys all the flux. I use quite a bit, but that's okay. And we're trying to get this job done fast because the customer wanted it back as soon as possible. This came in maybe 2 hours ago. Probably less, probably an hour ago, hour and a half ago. And I'm going to have it out tonight. Most places, like even ourselves, quote up to a week for soldering type jobs. And we like to do a turnaround time of same day if possible. Okay, let's flip it. And we'll get a little extra low melt on this side. I find especially with these thicker boards, I go pretty heavy on the low melt. I don't mind. I would prefer that. Well, it just saves me time when I'm removing. Getting lots of nice comments from you guys too. I really appreciate them. Motivates me to do more videos. Okay, that's pretty good. Get some of that green stuff on. Let's go. Okay, it's good with the low melt. Sometimes I'll even take this putty off here so that I'm not messing it up too much, but thermal compound, whatever you want to call it. Let's get that back in focus. Now with this much heat, I want to make sure that I'm moving it around as much as possible. There we go. Make sure I get up front. And we're loose. Get some extra heat. And let's get wicking right away. Sooner the better. Oops. There we go. Let's get into the difficult one right away. Looks good. Not a bad playlist. This one's a little different one I selected for you guys. Seems it doesn't really matter which one I select. We're gonna get the copyright thing. I'm really not going to worry about this too much until we've even monetized. Because the big thing is, for that whole deal, is that you just can't use stuff like that would be copyright hit for monetization, so it doesn't really matter yet. Once we are monetizing, it'll matter, and that's when I'll make sure that we got some, you know, some sponsor stuff. I can bring, I've got actually some music of my own, and my brother, who makes electronic music. We've definitely got enough collection, just the two of us, to bring you guys music for all of my videos. There we go. Let's clean up, tin the pads, solder a new one, and do something else. Hopefully something new again next time. I don't know if you guys watched my last video where I did the farm equipment. That was fun. And those guys, they have not called me yet. So it looks like that was the fix. It seems that we didn't have to replace that chip. I figured they would have called me right away. I would have probably had a call from the weekend when I wasn't working. Most people, if they pay and it's not working, in that example, because we couldn't test it ourselves, they would contact us back right away, and I would usually have a message for me. I mean, I'm not working on the weekends, but I still see those messages. So I would know right away. Okay. Really nice and clean. That's okay. I'm not gonna worry about that. Let the chunk here. This is actually a really good gem. I like this one. Oops. We got a little bit in there. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, because we're gonna fill it later with the same stuff. Stuff everywhere here. Oh, maybe I can show you now. I'll show you the port real quick. See what it looks like inside. Look at that. I don't know how people do this, but that's definitely not gonna work. So that's why we're replacing it. Okay, let's see if we got a port here. No. No part here. Okay. Got a port. And we're tinned up. And I just need to clean that old flux and put on new flux. And looks like our pins are a little bit off, but oh no, they're okay. They looked a little weird, but that looks nice now. Now I gotta make sure to turn down my temps. It's kind of teeter-tottering and I don't like that. So let's get a rubber chunk under that end. Put my weight down so it doesn't move as much. Let's get it about straight. Now our lights, I think we need to move it this way. And I move my scope so that we can get the light right there. Because my lights only reach out so far. But you want them pointing kind of back at this area. Okay, looks good. A little bit of pressure. Turn my air down. Go to 90. Temps down to 420. Let's light it up. It's funny to see that Elon Musk is gonna launch the biggest rocket launched on 420. I'm sure that's not a coincidence, that's a meme. He just changed the CBC profile description to 69% government funded because they told him they were less than 70% government funded. He's a troll. The wealthiest troll. Alright. So it shouldn't take too long here, but we just want to keep it moving. Again, with this one, the board takes so much of the heat that you want to really make sure you take your time. Otherwise, you'll have it back for warranty because not enough heat was used. I think that looks like everything's flowing properly. Do 10 seconds from here. Make sure those end ones got enough. And that's about good. And so I took one of my tweezers and made a single tweezer so we can test the pins. I moved a little bit. Sometimes when it's this hot still, you might get them to just sort of shift. Both those are shifting. Oh yeah. See, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. Okay, the rest were pretty good, so we're just gonna redo those 3 with the iron. A little bit of solder. Just make sure they're flushed. I touched that one, so I just want to redo it if I've touched it. All those are together now, so we'll just add a little more flux. There. Let's zoom in and make sure we got everything good. Clean it. Poke it one more time. And it's still bridged. Still bridged. See, that's why you check, because it looked shiny. But that was because it was still bridged. Why did I turn my fan off? Lots of flux to get rid of bridges. There we go. Now, if those aren't solid, I don't know what is. Yeah, really solid now. That one looks like it could be a potential catastrophe. So let's make sure that it's not. Sometimes it's tough to just get the right amount. So what I'll do is I'll put some on there and then just run it. Oh no. And then I'll just run it through the steel wool. Copper wool, whatever. Let's just do these just to make sure, because I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're just quickly run over these one time. Yeah, I used to do it all like this. It's just a little more time, but again, if you just check them all after, it doesn't matter which way you do them, because you just check them and then you know they're good or not. So let's check them all. See, now they're really solid. Sometimes you just don't flow, it doesn't flow enough onto the pads for the air method. And I don't think personally there is a right or wrong. Before I found the Northridge fix video to teach me this way, I just did it one leg at a time. just like Northridge. Shout out to him, because he taught me a lot. Now we go above. Again, I prefer to do above and then below. Oh, must add some alcohol off there. A bit of singiness. Okay, so we're done top. Let's do the bottom, and then we're done. Okay, give it to my big boss here, Big Boss Burke, and we'll test it with you guys after. Just giving it a quick clean. But I'm confident it should be fine. So here's the Xbox, and we can see here it's all working good.